I think without grand follies, it's not worth living.
No, they were big logs, and suddenly the scale of the whole thing dawns on you that, gee, this is a very big project. This is going to be a big structure. Can we pull it off? Really, was what was going through my mind, I think.
Just one more, I'll do.
While I was at Griffith University, I was taken up to the Lamington Plateau and I was shown a satin bowerbird male building a bower. What it really intrigued me was I was watching this bird and I saw it go into the bower, which most people call an avenue, with a stick in its beak. And it put the stick into the side of the bower and it went backwards, cocked its head, had a look, went straight back in, took the same stick out and repositioned it. And I thought, that's amazing. And it was just like what an artist does, like to go back, study the artwork and then go and change something. In 1978 I went up to North Queensland to look at the golden bowerbird. The male creates normally two towers joined by a bridge, which they decorate and dance on. And so from then I started to make structures that were more kind of architectural.
In some ways you were sort of more concerned with the skeletal form of the
Yes.
of the bower, whereas I was more concerned about the external shape, the skin of it, really. So between us, Ian's got the skeleton, the bare bones, and I've got the skin, and between us, we sort of come up with a complete body, I suppose. Is that okay? Short one on that side?
Okay, thank you.
I think my input there was to add the ropes as a way of describing the shape of the bower form as a kind of a drawing in space.
Even with the maquette, the top seemed unfinished. The eye would follow these posts up into the sky and then they'd stop. Then there was the idea of a bird's head, or just simply wings, if you like, in a fairly abstract way. It just gave a flightiness, if you like, or to the top. We also introduced some other aspects like the curved branches between the upright and the horizontal. And they also allow the eye to travel or to see different shapes.
In some ways, the lagging of the rope, the delicacy of lagging of the rope was to bring people in. Because once you get inside those rope, you have a sense of the architecture, the scale of it. Once again, you get that difference in scale, which is important for art and design. Is the large and the small, and that relationship between them.
It's got a nice angle, that one. Really is flying.
The notion of this representing the bones of a ship or the bones of a bower is interesting because it was the sailing ships who brought people to this country, who then went out into the country and wrecked a lot of it, and in the process caused the extinction in certain parts of the country of some of the bower birds.
So you could say that the form is a kind of signifier of change, of environmental change.
Yeah. But also reflecting on what was in that process. Yeah.
We called the piece at the Cedars Large Maquette number 1.
The Palmer piece, Large Maquette number 2, offered both of us, and John in particular, the chance to explore materials. One of the side effects of this was the notion of exploring how these basic shapes could be interpreted in a very, very large scale. One idea was this would all lead to the building of the world's tallest wooden structure. That's right.
The Bower Tower.
The Bower Tower.